Chapter 15. Nothing's free. Everything has a price, but not all prices appear on labels. Everything has a price, and the key to a lot of things with money is just figuring out what the price is and being willing to pay it. The problem is that the price of a lot of things is not obvious until you have experienced them firsthand when the bill is overdue. General Electric was the largest company in the world in 2004, worth a third of its $1 trillion. It had either been first or second each year for the previous decade, capitalism's shining example of corporate aristocracy. Then fell to pieces. The 2008 financial crisis sent GE's financing division, which supplied more than half the company's profits, into chaos. It was eventually sold for scrap. Subsequent bets in oil and energy were disasters, resulting in billions in write-offs. GE stock fell from $40 in 2007 to $7 by 2018. Blame placed on CEO Jeff Immelt, who ran the company since 2001, was immediate and harsh. He was criticized for his leadership, his acquisitions, cutting the dividend, laying off workers, and of course the plunging stock price. Rightly so. Those rewarded with dynastic wealth when times are good hold the burden of responsibility when the tide goes out. He stepped down in 2017. But Immelt said something insightful on his way out, responding to critics who said his actions were wrong and what he should have done was obvious. Immelt told his successor, "Every job looks easy when you're not the one doing it. Every job looks easy when you're not the one doing it because the challenges faced by someone in the arena are often invisible to those in the crowd." Dealing with the conflicting demands of sprawling bloat, short-term investors, regulators, unions, and entrenched bureaucracy is not only hard to do, but it's hard to even recognize the severity of the problems until you are dealing with them. Immel's successor, who lasted 14 months, learned this as well. Most things are harder in practice than they are in theory. Sometimes this is because we are overconfident. More often it's because we're not good at identifying what the price of success is, which prevents us from being able to pay it. The S&P 500 increased 119-fold in the 50 years ending 2018. All you had to do was sit back and let your money compound. But of course, successful investing looks easy when you're not the one doing it. Hold stocks for the long run, you'll hear. It's good advice. But do you know how hard it is to maintain a long-term outlook when stocks are collapsing? Like everything else worthwhile, successful investing demands a price, but its currency is not dollars and cents, it's volatility, fear, doubt, uncertainty, and regret, all of which are easy to overlook until you're dealing with them in real time. The inability to recognize that investing has a price can tempt us to try to get something for nothing, which, like shoplifting, rarely ends well. When you want a new car, it costs $30,000. You have three options: pay $30,000 for it, find a cheaper used one, or steal it. In this case, 99% of people know to avoid the third option because the consequences of stealing a car outweigh the upside. But say you want to earn 11% annual return over the next 30 years so you can retire in peace. Does this reward come free? Of course not. The world is never that nice. There's a price tag, a bill that must be paid. In this case, it's a never-ending taunt from the market, which gives big returns and takes them away just as fast. Including dividends, the Dow Jones Industrial Average returned about 11% per year from 1950 to 2019, which is great. But the price of success during this period was dreadfully high. The shaded lines I chart show when it was at least 5% below its previous all-time high.